Deep in the heart of Aotearoa, nestled amongst the ancient towering forests of Te Urewera, lived a young warrior named Rātā. These forests, rich with history and teeming with life, were more than just a home to him. They were a sacred sanctuary, a place where the spirits of his ancestors whispered through the leaves. Rātā was strong and brave, known far and wide for his exceptional skill as a hunter and his deep respect for the natural world. His prowess in tracking and hunting was unmatched, and he moved through the forest with the grace and stealth of a shadow. The forest was his home, its secrets whispered to him on the wind. Every rustle of leaves, every call of a bird spoke to him in a language only he could understand. He felt a profound connection to the land, a bond that was unbreakable. Yet despite his deep love for the forest, Rātā dreamt of adventure, of voyages across vast, uncharted oceans. He often found himself gazing out towards the horizon, imagining the wonders that lay beyond. He yearned to explore new lands, to meet new peoples, and to bring back tales of wonder and discovery to his people. His heart was filled with a burning desire to see the world beyond the familiar trees and mountains of his homeland. To fulfill his dream, Rātā needed a waka, a canoe, strong enough to brave the ocean's fury. He knew that such a vessel could only be crafted from the mightiest tree in the forest, one that had stood the test of time and weathered countless storms. He knew that only the mightiest tree in the forest could provide such timber. This tree would not only be the foundation of his journey, but also a symbol of his connection to the land and his ancestors. And so, with determination in his heart, Rātā set out to find this tree, knowing that his future and the future of his people depended on it. Rātā set out into the forest, his heart set on finding the perfect tree. The forest was dense and alive with the sounds of nature, each step he took crunching softly on the forest floor. He was determined, knowing that this journey was not just for him but for his people. Days turned into weeks as he searched, his eyes scanning the towering giants that reached for the heavens. Each tree he passed told a story, but none seemed right for the task at hand. The journey was long and arduous, testing his resolve and spirit. Finally, he found it. It stood tall and proud, its trunk thicker than any 10 men could encircle. The tree seemed to radiate a sense of ancient wisdom and strength, its branches reaching out like the arms of a guardian. This magnificent tree would be the backbone of his waka. It was perfect in every way, a gift from the gods themselves. Rātā felt a deep connection to this tree, as if it had been waiting for him all along. With a prayer to Tane Mahuta, god of the forest, Rātā raised his toki, his stone axe, high above his head. He whispered words of gratitude and respect, asking for the tree's permission to use its wood for his people's future. He swung it down with all his might, the sound echoing through the silent trees. Each strike was a testament to his strength and determination, the forest watching in silent reverence. But the axe bounced harmlessly off the tree's bark, leaving barely a scratch. It was as if the tree itself was testing him, challenging his resolve and dedication to his mission. Confusion clouded Rātā's brow. He stood in the heart of the dense forest, surrounded by towering trees and the sounds of nature. The air was thick with the scent of earth and leaves. He had never encountered wood so strong. Each swing of his toki seemed to bounce off the tree's resilient bark. He tried again, putting all his strength and skill into each blow, his muscles straining with effort. Yet the tree stood firm, its roots anchored deep within the earth. Exhaustion set in, but Rātā refused to give up. He paused to catch his breath, sweat dripping from his brow, his hands trembling from the effort. He had to build his waka to fulfill his destiny. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Rātā's mind raced with thoughts of his ancestors and the legacy he was meant to uphold. Rātā slumped against the base of the tree. Despair crept into his heart. He felt the weight of his failure pressing down on him, the whispers of the forest seeming to mock his efforts. He had failed. What use was a warrior who could not even fell a tree? The question echoed in his mind, a painful reminder of his struggle. But deep within, a spark of determination still flickered, refusing to be extinguished. Suddenly, a chorus of chirps and whistles filled the air, echoing through the trees. From behind ferns and beneath fallen logs, the creatures of the forest emerged cautiously. They had watched Rātā's struggle and sensed his deep despair. A wise old kiwi, its feathers ruffled with concern, hopped closer to Rātā. "Rātā," the kiwi chirped, "you have forgotten the ancient ways of the forest. You cannot take without asking, cannot conquer without respect. You must seek the forest's permission, ask for its sacred blessing."